Look, I consider the work we did a success. This is how I define success, that I was willing to walk away from my own money to save 3,000 jobs without a single person taking a wage cut or a healthcare cut, saving thousands of pension. Look, the pension crisis isn't a crisis we created, but it's a crisis that as the leader of that business, I partnered with my union to save. We were very proud of the outcome. In less than 3 months, we reduced the company's debt by over $300 million, saved 3,000 jobs. We saved thousands of pensions for retirees and employees. And that sacrifice, that willingness to go to bat for working families is exactly why I'm the only candidate in this race with the support of multiple labor unions or any labor unions at all.
15. All right.
That's exactly the kind of fight we're going to need. This economy needs to be restructured to put working people at the front of the line for once instead of in the back. And I have that experience, uniquely that experience through the Great Recession, the trade wars, and the pension crisis.
Thank you very much. Markeith DeJesus.
You know, that sounds great on paper, but how bad were you really hurting? You say that you walked away from your own salary. You yourself have millions of dollars. So please don't try to use that as walking away, you know, from your own salary that you help your employees. You weren't hurting at all. And we need to make sure that that's plain. There's several millionaires within this race. And I don't believe any of them who would walk away from their own salary would actually be hurt just to make sure that their employees are paid.
All right. You have 15 or that's done?
I assume I get a rebuttal to that,
You
Donna.
absolutely do. Yes.
Yeah, I want to be very clear here. That I made some good money as an executive, but I also gave up a lot of money, just putting in my own money to save jobs and healthcare. And I'm also very wary of anyone when women are successful and they finally achieve pay equity, that we constantly criticize them. The reality is that for women of color in particular,
15.
they're still making pennies on the dollar to white men in this race. And I want to make sure that we're speaking directly to the need for fair and equal pay for women and for people of every race in this country.
Maya Dillard Smith, rebuttal.
Sure. That sounds good, Sarah, but the issue is not about equal pay for women. This is about a war in this country between have and have not. And you are part of the have class. John is part of the have class. Teresa's part of the have class. And there are many of us who are part of the have not due to the very structural benefits that you all reap. And so it's dishonest to make it seem as though you're being attacked because you're a woman. I am an African-American woman. I do know those statistics well. And I also know that it was 53% of white women that elected the man in the White House that we have today. And so we have to be honest and we have to call a thing a thing. And the thing is that you are a millionaire who was able to advance money, so
15.
you say, but in government, you can't write a blank check. That's part of the problem with the $3 trillion that was just spent by the United States Senate and the United States House. And the Democrats allowed it to go through without care or concern for the very people who are at the bottom of the range, the working class people you say you want to represent.